Hello, this is LangConnect English Club. Welcome you guys to our new podcast. I'm Phương, as usual.
And I'm me, Phương. I've spent all day in meetings, then shopping, then collecting the kids from school. I'm exhausted. Phương, what have you been doing today?
Oh, not much. Just sitting around doing nothing, relaxing and kicking back.
Lucky you. Don't you have work to do?
It may not look at me, but I'm actually as busy as a bee. If you've seen natural documentaries about worker bees flying from flower to flower, you probably think animals are always on the move. But the surprising truth is, away from the cameras, most animals spend most of the time doing absolutely nothing at all.
In the natural world where finding food and shelter is hard work, why have some animals evolved to do nothing? And if it's good enough for animals, would being lazy work for humans too? That's what will be discussed in this program, and as usual, we'll be learning some useful new vocabulary as well.
But first, let me work up the energy to ask you a question, Me. Of course, some animals have a reputation for lounging about. Lions, for example, can sleep up to 20 hours a day. But what is the slowest moving animal on Earth? Is it A, the giant tortoise, B, three-toed sloth, or C, the koala?
Well, I think it's the three-toed sloth.
Okay, Me, I'll review the correct answer at the end of the program. Now, it's no surprise that lazy lions love relaxing, but even animals with reputations for being busy, spending time doing nothing. Look carefully into an ant's nest and you see around half of them just sitting there motionless.
Here's Professor Dan Schaffner, an expert in insect behavior, discussing the lazy rock ant with Emily Knight, presenter of BBC Radio 4 program Nature Bank. Dan's research has focused on ant colonies, a species called Tenothrix rugatulus, or the rock ant. He explained that ants are often seen in the symbol of industriousness, with the tiny society resembling idealized versions of human cooperation. However, he notes that when observed closely, roughly half of the colony remains inactive at any given time. We think ants are industrious or hardworking. Groups of ants, called colonies, seem like tiny, perfect societies where everyone works hard for the good of the group.
Then why are so many of them inactive? One possible answer is that they're reserved ants, ready to step in if disease or disaster strikes. But could it simply be that if they don't work because they don't need to? Would you get out of bed on Monday morning if you didn't have to?
Maybe the ants can teach us a thing or two about relaxing. But wouldn't it get boring just sitting around all day?
Psychologist Dr. Sandy Mann believes that being productive, working to produce a lot for the amount of resources used, is overrated. She suggests that boredom has its benefits and questioning whether humans would have been invented bread, beer, or fire if they hadn't been bored and wondering, what would happen if we mix this with that? She also points out that in today's world of constant simulation, switching off is harder than ever. Since people are always sweeping and scrolling in search of something new, they quickly get bored. She describes it as a paradox. Eliminating boredom actually requires allowing more of it into our lives.
Instead of fearing boredom, we can open up to its benefit by switching off, stopping worrying or thinking about something and relaxing. Slowing down helps too. Something we can definitely learn from our animal cousins.
I think now's a good time to review the answer to my questions, since we have nothing else to do.
You asked me to name the world's slowest animal, and I guessed it was the three-toed sloth. Was that right?
That was the correct answer, with a top speed of 30 centimeters per minute. Three-toed sloths move so slowly that algae grow on their coats. Okay, let's recap the vocabulary that we've learned from this program, starting with the phrase kicking back, to stop doing things and relax completely.
The adjective industrious means hardworking.
Colony is the name given to a group of certain animals, including ants and some seabirds.
Someone who is productive is able to produce a lot for the amount of resources they use.
The proverb, necessity is the mother of invention, means that if you really need to do something, you will think of a way of doing it.
Once again, our 6 minutes are up. It's maybe time to sit down, close your eyes, and just do nothing.
Goodbye for now.
Bye!